Now, joining us to talk about this is sports journalist Shedi Nabil, joining us from Cairo from Qnews. Thank you very much for being here with us. So, it's been setting records, the US Open prize money. But as I was just saying there, players still receive only a fraction of the total revenue that the Open will get. Why do you think the payout share is so low, in your view?
Yeah, as you mentioned, that the prices for the men's and women's field for the US Open 2025, it's up from 3.6 million to 5 million for each, which means that it's around 39% regarding the 2024 edition. But still, now the prices, it's very small amount from the total revenue of the tennis at any tournament, because of the money generating parts of tennis, including the tournament organizers, the broadcasters, sponsors, the club, still capture the bulk of the revenue, while the players only have around 17% of the total revenue. It means it's a very small slice of the total amount. The outcomes reflect that because of the tennis historical development, which is too late professional to become a professional game, and also because of the concentration of the bargaining power with event organizers and the Grand Slam board, rather than with on-field player body. Till now, the player is still taking a small amount from the prices. As you mentioned, that it's a huge upgrade in the US Open prices, but still the players didn't take what they deserve, what they were according to what they did through the season, traveling, hotels, the team with them, everything. So I think that they need more revenue if we are comparing the players, the tennis players, men's or women's, by the players of the NBA and the NFL. So it's a completely great difference between them regarding the revenue.
Okay. And do you think there's any truth in what this report says, that this kind of difference in tennis traces back to tennis's roots in being aristocratic and being a very posh sort of, of the kings and queens would play tennis, or the very upper class would play tennis. Unlike football, which comes, and basketball, which comes from the streets, it's a very working class sport. Do you think there's any truth in that, because it comes from rich people?
Sure, it's a large part, because the sports model grew out of the 19th century, the aristocratic leisure culture, and the early Grand Slam were just played without any prizes. So it's just enjoyed the game, enjoyed the fight. But until the Open era in 1968, they start to give prizes for the players. So I think it's the delay of this matter until now, one of the reasons that the tennis players didn't take the huge amount comparing by the revenues from all the tournaments. Because, as I told you before, most of the revenues going to the tournament organizers, the association, the organizations, the clubs. That's why the players, they didn't take what, and the aristocratic background still now one of the reasons regarding this matter.
Okay, and obviously, as you mentioned there, the winners now at the US Open, a record amount, get $5 million for a win. Runners up, $2.5 million. I mean, we're not going to have a GoFundMe for them. I mean, this is a lot of money, obviously, but it's not like what Ronaldo would get or Mohamed Salah would get in other sports. But is it quite difficult? We've only got a minute and a half left, I'm afraid, Shedi. But what is it like for those who aren't in the top 100 of tennis? That must be quite difficult.
Sure, it's very challenging. The top players, as we said, that they are took a huge amount of prices, reached to 5 million at the US Open. But these prices is good for the top 100 players in the list. But for the players which playing over the top 100, which is they are playing the challengers or the ITF, they are taking a small amount from the prices, and also this is not enough for them for the traveling, for the training, for the team with them. So I think it's very challenging for those players to compete in their career. And also, as we know, that some players is going to the top 100 and then they are coming back because of the reasons I said and I mentioned. So if the community of the tennis overall try to upgrade the prices of the challengers and the ITF tournament, will help those players to continue and to reach the, as we know, the level that they can take the huge prize.